Hello guys, it's Ocean Wizard 325 here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your week. But here is the Fubuki guide. Cannot wait till tomorrow's video, would be a much more serious video, as that tomorrow's video is catered towards wargaming, because there is something critical that wargaming needs to fix. But again, we'll talk about that in tomorrow's video. Anyway, today is the Fubuki guide. Unfortunately, I did have a much better game plan for this. I had a 110k damage game. Unfortunately, didn't save the clip. So, I frantically tried to get good gameplay during Gecko's stream, and I actually got a decent game here, showcasing what the Fubuki can do. A couple things to know on the Fubuki. Her guns reload pretty slowly, but they're pretty big caliber guns for a destroyer. They hit hard. And of course, the Fubuki also has Japanese HE, which also hits hard. She has the signature hard-hitting Japanese torpedoes as well, which with this build, I believe I get to 10.8 kilometer torp range at tier 5, which is insane. But that is not all she is good at. I know a couple friends who run the gunboat build on the Fubuki, which is also optional. I personally run the standard Japanese destroyer build, which is the torpedo build. Here we just kind of sized up the New Mexico. Didn't really think we were gonna successfully launch torps, so I just kind of waited. Unfortunately, I just kind of spent the whole match, pretty much the beginning of the video, trying to get around torping this New Mexico around this island, to no avail. And this actually is kind of a mistake I make. Most people get tunnel visioned when they're looking with their torpedo tubes. Like right now, I'm tunnel vision on that New Mexico, and on my left side, I get absolutely ambushed, and I could have got wrecked. But luckily, I was just going to pass the mountains, so I don't get absolutely wrecked. But that's one thing you definitely want to be aware with in any destroyer. Don't be tunnel visioned on your torpedoes, or just in general, don't be tunnel visioned. It is also, playing as a destroyer also helps you if you're those types of players who get tunnel visioned. There I get spotted, and then I just didn't even see the Konigsberg right there. The Konigsberg just sneaked up behind me, so luckily he didn't get a lot of shots off me. Actually, I don't think he even got a shot off me, so just launching my one set of torps that I saved, and luckily I did save them, or else we probably would have died. So yeah, the Fubuki is a good overall destroyer at tier 5. You guys already know from my Icarus video and from my streams, there's nothing that can compare to the Icarus, in my opinion. The Icarus will always be my favorite tier 5 destroyer in the entire game. Nothing can change that, unless there's premium destroyers that come out and I try them. But as far as playing the Fubuki, she's a nice ship. She's very friendly to new players because it's just the standard Japanese boats. Just launch your torpedoes, try not to get spotted, and you'll do great things. And that's just how all Japanese boats work. But the thing I like about the Fubuki, this is just my opinion, her gun sounds are just crisp. It's just amazing when I hear the guns fire. But I mean, there's not really much else to say. The Fubuki is a pretty simple ship. Try not to get yourself spotted or in positions when you're in a gunfight, unless you're running a gunfight build, which I'm currently not. I'm running a full concealment / torpedo build, which is standard across most people that play these ships. I only know a couple people that enjoy the Fubuki as a gunboat, which, not gonna lie, her hard-hitting guns are pretty good if you do feel like running a gunboat build on the Fubuki. The guns are hard-hitting, and of course she has Japanese HE, so if you do lower the reload time, you can definitely get good damage output on other destroyers, and that's when you get the Fubuki as a very good gunboat with good torpedoes as well. So here we just see the Queen and the Byron here. The Byron is just steamrolling past these mountains, but this Queen is making a pretty grave mistake. I get spotted here. I don't really mind that. I don't set a smoke screen. I don't think I do. No, I don't, because I know the Queen probably won't get shots off of me, and this Queen also should have probably slowed down and anticipated these torpedoes. So again, we kind of got a lucky match, and I'm glad I did, because I was kind of scrambling for gameplay. Unfortunately, I believe I had 3 kills and 104k damage on that video that I did not save, or maybe I saved it, I just couldn't find it in my gallery. It was unfortunate. But here you see the queen pushes out, and there are the beautiful gun sounds of those guns. Just absolutely crisp. And this queen is not alone for this world. Torpedo's heading his way, and he's gone. So that is what the Fubuki can do. Only 5 torpedoes, and the queen is dead, which is going into my next segment. You don't need all your torpedoes to kill one battleship. As you saw, 5 torpedoes, and you get the 3x3 torpedo launcher format, 610 millimeters. So you don't need all of your torpedoes. I could have gotten away with launching 2 sets and killed him, which probably would have helped, because then I could have saved the 1 set for the Byron. Another thing I suggest doing in the Fubuki is, again, what I just said, saving that last set. Because if you get in a fight with a Mayhan or any other destroyer that outguns you as far as reload time, you will need to get that lucky torpedo hit, and if you are not ready for that, or like the Mayhan pops out of nowhere, you are probably gonna lose, guaranteed. If you don't hit him with a torpedo or he's not low health, you'll probably lose, because Fubuki gets outclassed in almost every gunfight, unless you're running the gunfight build. Of course, I'm not, again. So, just personal, that's your opinion. I prefer using the Japanese torpedo boats as they're meant to be. It's literally torpedo boats for a reason, and then I use the Japanese gunboats, as you know, it's literally in the name, Japanese torpedo boat and Japanese gunboat. I use them for their respective qualities. I use the torpedo boats for their torpedoes, and I use the gunboats for the gunboats, obviously. But I know some people do like the Fubuki as a good gunboat. Personally, I don't see it. Other than the hard-hitting guns, just the reload, I don't see anybody getting it down to maybe 6 seconds, but even then, it's a bit too much if you're up against a Mayhan and other things. So, even if you're running a gunfight build, you definitely don't want to be rushing head-on with the Fubuki. Just make sure you just play a laid-back style, begin the game with torping stuff. You can definitely do the strategy that I like doing in the gearing, which is kind of just dump torpedoes off, like those kind of like torpedoes that just kind of hit stuff is kind of what you want to do with the Fubuki, especially at tier 5 with 10.8 kilometer torps. If you would like to, you can find a gap area or something where you know that there's going to be choke point and just dump your torpedoes off preemptively. But again, it's only 10.8 compared to the gearing. You can definitely get the torpedo range. The gearing is amazing at doing that job. Gearing guide will probably be next year, beginning of the week, I believe. I will put out the gearing. Just need a bit more good games. As most of you guys also know, I'm a destroyer main. I love destroyers. Don't really play them that often on stream, just because it's a little hard to. But here we won the match by points. Would have liked to add more damage, but I hope you guys enjoyed the guide. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Monday, and see you guys tomorrow for a serious video. Again, serious video. Anyway, thank you guys for riding the waves with Ocean Breezer.